Send them back. Send them back. Send them back.
Several coaches to Newcastle interchange service departs platform 5. Midco service departs platform 6.
That's us. Hello.
Always run into these guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna go find some water.
And come back.
I'll find you. I'll find you.
Alright, sounds good,
I'll
man.
find you. I can see.
I love this one. From the outback to the sea, make Australia Islam free. Dun, 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 dun. I love this one. I love this one.
Okay, well,
Hello.
the only chance you got to have it was the flag.
I love this one.
Put that somewhere so we can have a joining march.
Yes, of course. I've been on half a dozen.
Get a photo.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Yes, and I have the sign. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Support the country you live in. I want a T-shirt like this. I want this T-shirt. Oi, oi, oi! Oi, oh! Oi! Sing Matilda with me. Oh, sing Matilda. Oh, sing Matilda. Importing waters. And this side. Yeah, he sold our future, 100%. That's it. Thank you. Okay, and where we will be marching? Free.
As you all know, because you are here, you like what we stand for, we want Australia Day to be celebrated, not frowned upon. Abolish Australia, squatters are not welcome in my country! Your country, and we deserve to walk the streets proudly and scream, I love Australia!
Send them back. Send them back. Send them back. Send them
Nikita! Move! Move! Nikita, move!
You're scared of being there, fucking in there, like,
Fucking scaredy cat.
Wow.
He's a centre of attention.
Wow. Keep moving round. Go round. Free John Davis. Free John Davis. Никита, повернись справа. Никита, повернись.
the front row. The only front row was so white. And here the rest of people.
But I Hell yeah, brother! Hell yeah! Oi, oi, oi! Oi, oi, oi! 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 Oi, oi, oi!
Ну что, давай обгоним.
Да.
G'day Sydney! Can everyone hear me? All right, we don't have as good a sound system as last time, so we've done the best we can. We're going to start with what we're calling an Anglo-Celtic European welcome to country. My name is Jesse, and I would like to thank all on behalf of March for Australia for joining us today. As we get proceedings underway, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and commemorate the sacrifices of our Christian Anglo-Celtic European ancestors. From the First Fleet and the Fathers of Federation, with blood, sweat and tears, through determination, dedication and discipline, they conquered, tamed and cultivated this beautiful nation we call home today. And on that note, I would like you all to rise, you're all standing, as we observe the Australian National Anthem. Thank you, Patriots.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. With gold and
Australia's 2026 Australia Day celebration. Talk about the rampant violence in our streets, the crippling mass immigrations, real criminals being bailed out and receiving soft charges, while Australian nationalists are being punished more harshly for far less. All in the name of social cohesion, right? It's all about social cohesion. Anyway, what I am here to talk about today is our wonderful country, Australia. Today is Australia Day, and we're here to celebrate our National Day and take back our streets from the people who wish to see the demise of our culture and traditions. Today, just down the street, there are anti-Australian marches happening as we speak. Invasion Day, they call it. No doubt they will be burning flags, spilling fake blood all over the streets with their anti-white banners spewing their nasty rhetoric. These are the same types of people who are desecrating and destroying our statues and monuments, seemingly with impunity. They hate you, they hate your culture, they hate your way of life, and they hate your ancestors.
Send them back! Send them back! Send them back!
As we speak, they are rushing through citizenship ceremonies of foreigners. Let that sink in. They use our national holiday to rush through their replacement ceremonies. Today, we are here to restore an unmistakable, unapologetic, and very public national pride towards Australia Day. This is a day that used to be proudly and publicly celebrated and loved in this country. However, in recent decades, there has been a huge coordinated attempt to manipulate Australians into being ashamed of our own heritage, identity and history. Congratulations to everyone here for not falling for the intense generational propaganda. This Australia Day, we're taking back our streets from this destructive anti-Australian agenda. We are flying our flags proudly and unapologetically. We are a nationwide movement, and this is probably the largest display of national pride on Australia Day for many years. According to multiple mainstream media sources, a new poll has shown that Australians are standing firm on national pride, with 88% of voters declaring they are proud of their identity and want a day dedicated to celebrate the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the days of self-deprecation and suicidal empathy are well and truly over. They have awakened the beast. And the beast I'm talking about is true blue, patriotic Australians. And there is nothing they can do to stop it. We are here and we're not going away. This is our country. Our ancestors strategized, sacrificed, fought and bled and died for this amazing land, and we will not go quietly into the night. We have an obligational duty to pass down a decent nation for the next generations, just like our ancestors did for us. Despite the traitors who are trying to destroy us with their mass immigration and their oppressive and tyrannical governance, we will keep standing strong. Australia was built by legends and it must be saved by legends.
Send them back!
Send them back!
Send them back!
Send them back!
Send them back! Send them back!
Send them back! Send them back! Send them back! Send them back! Send them back! Send them back!
I implore everyone here, don't wait for anyone else to do it. Each individual person needs to be the legend that Australia needs. But no one can do it on their own. network and build community, unite together. The Australian spirit lives within us. We are what made this country the greatest country on earth, and we, the Australian people, must be the solution to this problem. It is our duty. Growing up, we thought we were in the lucky country, but we were betrayed. No one ever expected for the country to go this way, but the duty lands directly on us. Our nation needs us to reclaim its identity. Our ancestors defied all odds and pulled off something special. We can too. That's all I got today. I just want to give a massive shout out to our Gold Coast organiser, Michael, who was violently attacked by multiple men of Middle Eastern appearance. He received terror threats on his event after travelling all the way from Mackay to the Gold Coast, and he's still soldiering on with the event today. Michael's an absolute Aussie hero. And finally, thank you to all the organisers across the nation for your incredible efforts. You're all great patriots. You know who you are. Billy, Hayes, who else have we got? Hugo. Michael. He was a shout out. Today we got a great lineup of speakers and entertainment. We have an awesome lineup of speeches, plus you will hear some stories about the founding history of this nation. And if everyone behaves themselves, we may even get a little bit of classic Australian live music. Thanks to the vastly talented Viscount Dundee. We'll start with welcoming to the stage, I can't remember the titles, I'm so unorganised today, the Honourable John Ruddick of the Libertarian Party. Look, thanks for being here, everybody. You know, there's few greater joys in life than being with all you patriots on Australia Day and marching through the most left-wing suburbs in Sydney. We saw Tanya Plibersak's office there. Everyone was polite, and I think most of the locals looked very bemused. Now, so we've known for a long time that there was going to be a March for Australia on today. And like clockwork, what happened yesterday in the Sydney Morning Herald? And another big smear piece on March for Freedom and March for Australia and Bec Freedom. And what did they say about Bec Freedom yesterday? This is basically what they said. Bullshit! They said Bec Freedom's neighbour's cat has a third cousin who might have said something naughty on the internet 5 years ago. That's basically what they said. They're trying to smear us, they're trying to shut us down because they don't want to have a debate about immigration. What they are doing, you know, all these attacks on free speech, starting with Premier Minns, and you know Mark Latham calls Premier Minns Ho Chi Minns, and I think that's a good one. Pass it on, Premier Ho Chi Minns. I've been there for about 2 years. There's been 3 or 4 rounds of more anti-free speech laws, And why do they want to shut us up? Well, before March for Australia, the polls were saying about 53% of Australians thought we had too much immigration. Now, after March for Australia, I think courage is contagious. And now the polls are saying 60 to 65%. And it's probably more than that. Now it's a very mainstream issue. You represent Middle Australia. You represent average Australia. Okay, because a vast majority of people are with us, but they still want to shut us up. And that's why they keep bringing in all these hate speech laws. Now, there is an organisation which recently got deemed that, you know, under these new powers of Albo, a federal minister can just declare an organisation a hate organisation. So they're not terrorists. It's one level down from that, but what that means is they can be banned. They don't have to do anything wrong, they just have to think wrong things. Now what has happened there's been, I understand about 24 people have had their doors knocked on the last few days by New South Wales Police saying you can't come anywhere near this, or 5 years in the slammer for you. Now, look, one day it's Joel Davis, okay, but now they've got the power to say, well, it might be climate change denial, or people who are against the trans radical stuff, or against
might be against abortion. They can now just deem a group to be a hate group, and then they just completely shut it down. This is East Germany. So it might be one little group that a lot of people here, maybe most people here, don't have much in common with, but they've now got the power to do it again. It's very frightening. So what we need more than anything else in this country is a referendum on changing the Constitution to enshrine free speech.
Amen! Amen! Freedom of speech! Freedom of speech! Freedom of speech!
And we want free speech now more than ever to talk freely and openly about immigration.
Amen!
That's the biggest issue. If you get the immigration wrong, you wreck the country. Now, you know, I'm guessing there's not many people who are fans here of BlackRock, the company that owns the whole world. Okay, well, you know, their CEO this week was very honest on camera. He said, you know, he's concerned about, you know, his share price going up, etc. He said the countries that resisted mass immigration are going to have a better economic future. Gee, surprise, surprise about that. And Chris Minns, Ho Chi Minh, has told us on 3 or 4 occasions, he says, we can't have multiculturalism and free speech, so therefore he chooses multiculturalism. Now I'll tell you what, that should make you angry. That should make you angry. And it wasn't just a passing comment, he said it 3 or 4 times. Now, if our parents and our grandparents knew when they started talking about multiculturalism in the 1970s and 1980s, if they were told, well, we're going to let a few people in and we're going to have to give up free speech in response to it, our parents would have been out here in 10 times these numbers. And they would have said, this is unacceptable, but they've tricked us into it. And now even BlackRock admits, yeah, it's bad for the economy. So, yes, we need free speech to talk about immigration. The 2 major parties, so the polls are 65% in favour of, at least having a pause. I support a 5-year pause. But the 2 major parties are hell-bent on it. Now, why is Labor? Why does Labor want all this mass migration? Well, in every country, in every society, new people to a country are going to be generally on welfare more, and they vote for the party that's going to give them more welfare. So Labor, Joe Biden, all the lefties in Europe, they want new migrants coming in who are going to be dependent on welfare. Now, but what about the Liberal Party? Why is the Liberal Party, why are they so scared about this issue? It's because it's bad for them. It's bad for them. But, well, hang on, let me finish. Now, the Liberals are just so freaked out. They live in complete panic 24/7 about being called a racist. They get so scared. They bend over backwards. They'll even wreck the country with our immigration program as long as they're not called a racist. But they should stop being scared about it, because you could be walking down the street and drop a packet of Twisties and someone can say, well, that was racist. Okay? Everything's racist these days. And so we just got to sort of laugh at them in their face. We want to keep Australia as it is. Now, the last thing I'll say is, the 26th of January is not just the anniversary of the first Australia Day, it's also the anniversary, 20 years after the first Australia Day, in 1808, it was the day of the Rum Rebellion. And the Rum Rebellion was when the people of New South Wales rose up against an oppressive, tyrannical government. So in the spirit of the Rum Rebellion, I say, let's keep fighting on. We've got the majority of Australians with us, and we're going to keep fighting. Thank you very much.
This is our day of celebration. This is the day of our country and our people. But I can't help but feel there's less to celebrate than usual. But we are trod on by unworthy and unimpressive men. For all this talk of Australia, we seem to be the only people who remember what Australia is. Australia is not an economic zone. Australia is not an administrative area. Australia is not a foreign investment opportunity. Australia is not a degree mill. It's not a mining operation. Australia is not something you can buy. I'm getting there. Australia is the proud and crowning achievement of our people. It is the soil that birthed our hardy stock. It is the home of us here today. It is the legacy of our forefathers. It is the future of our children. We must remember that we're made for inhospitable places at the edge of the known world. Our blood does not start in 1788, but from a time before. It's as old as the Southern Cross read by the Northern Stars. We are the proud fighting race that sacked Rome. We slew the Saxon at Jerusalem, and we bled and died at the Battle of the Boyne. And now we're being driven out of the land we built. We are being reduced to a minority in the Garden of Eden that our grandsires begot us. And we dare to ask for a stake in this country that we have made, and we are told no. We have exhausted every avenue. We have made every appeal. The Parliament has made it apparent that they no longer have any intentions of representing us whatsoever. Canberra has closed every door in our face.
No! Corrupt Parliament! Corrupt Parliament!
But by attempting to stop history in motion, it's performing a ritual to a dead god. You can sooner legislate away gravity, but unlike gravity, the waking conscience of men have their own ambitions. We have been threatened. We have been dishonoured. We have been debased by perpetual hunger. Whole peoples have lost the tense force of their race by the gnawing wretchedness of their station. From the day of our subjugation at Worcester to the ghosts of our grandsires at Culloden, we have been cast into slavery to toil beneath the cruelty of inferior men, and we chafe with indignation. In this moment, you'll never know how many hearts beat for the destiny that lies in wait, for the opportunity to avenge the sacrifice of our ancestors, as not even death can stifle their battle cry.
Amen.
There awakes in our souls a deep yearning for the ancient institutions that linger in our minds today. Men are tied to disgust of the politics of money and long for the ancient sense and connectedness to the higher and selfless orders of chivalry, of belonging, and of duty. We shed all ideology, for the only thing that can cast aside one great power will is another. The only way forward is to remember who we are, to awaken to that will of our own, to achieve our own political consciousness, and when the instincts of the blood reawaken in the depths of our soul.
Amen! Amen! Amen, brother! Amen!
Do not dread the hour at hand, for war is the father of all great things, and this fight for our survival, this heroism displayed, your attendance today defines who we are going forward and what we will become.
God bless Australia!
Amen!
Historically speaking, on such occasions, men have arisen to the challenge of the day. Men who will say and do things that transcend the current paradigm. And it is incumbent on each and every soul to decide how their conscience sees fit. For those who know who we are, for those who remember where we are from, that decision will be obvious. All we have now is us and ourselves. The reality is all of history is decided by a few hard men. And where will you be when these men stand?
Right next to them! Right next to them!
Christ is king! Christ
is king! Christ is king!
Never before has so much rested on the shoulders of so few. Never before has an age presented our people with such an existential question. Some will think that this rhetoric sounds somewhat violent, but the fact is the violence is already here. It's already pressed upon us. It's in our homes. It invades our streets. It berates our sons. And it violates our daughters.
Send them back!
They have criminalised us.
Save our daughters!
And we're far from done.
Save our daughters!
Send them back! Send them back! My right! Come on! Send them back!
Send them back!
Send them back!
Send them back! Send them back!
They have criminalised us, and we are far from done. They will try and tear us out root and branch, and they will fail. They have beaten us pillar to post, and we still stand. Our destiny can be stemmed by no army. It can be abolished by no law. Our enemies are shit and a silk stocking, and we will break them like glass. Free Joel Davis!
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 Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. That was good. Our next speaker is Bec Freedom. Give her a hand, everyone. She's put in a lot of effort for these events, so.
Hey guys, how you going? I appreciate every single one of you that came here today. You know what's important, and that's our country. Now, I stuffed up. I didn't write a speech. But that's okay, I've got a little bit written, and then I'm going to get our good friend Viscount to jump up and sing us a song that's to do with what I've got to say. Then after that, I'm going to come back up and have a chat to you guys about some of the things that happened while we were on our march that were absolutely disgusting. Now, heritage, culture and identity. All things that should be protected. All things that should be celebrated in Australia on Australia Day. This year's theme by the government was diversity. They want us to celebrate diversity on a day that we should be celebrating Australia. They want us to welcome modern Australia with open arms and say yay. Modern Australia is destroying our country. Now, when I was growing up in school, and I'm not that old, I'm only 35. When I was at primary school, we used to sing songs. The songs we used to sing were songs that represented our heritage and our culture. One of my favourites was Botany Bay. Now, that song represents what we as a people are, true and true. These days, I've got 2 primary school children. They had no idea what that song was. They had no idea. It broke my heart. It broke my heart because we should be remembering the people that came here on the First Fleet. We should be remembering them and showing them respect and love for what they did for this country. They are the reason why we are here. Alright, I'm going to get Viscount up. He's going to sing us Botany Bay. If you know the lyrics, please sing along with us.
Do you want to stand around while I tune this, or? The microphone's at Bec height. Hold on. Well, it's goodbye, old England, forever. Farewell to my home coast as well. Farewell to the well-known Old Bailey, where we used for to cut such a swell. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. Singing Turalai, Huralai, aye. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. We're bound for Botany Bay. That was good, that you're all beautiful singers. There's the first one, and he's our commander. There's the first Thank you. There's the first and the second class passengers, and those are what we convicts go through. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. Singing Turalai, Huralai, aye. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. We're bound for Botany Bay. And if I had the wings of a turtle dove, over the ocean I'd fly, into the arms of my Molly love, and on her sweet bosom I'd die. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. Turalai, Huralai, aye. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. We're bound for Botany Bay. Now all you young ladies and dukies and duchesses, and listen to what I've to say. Mind all is your own that you touches, or you'll join us in Botany Bay. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. Singing Turalai, Huralai, aye. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. We're bound for Botany Bay. One more time. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. Singing Turalai, Huralai, aye. Singing Turalai, Huralai, Adadee. We're bound for Botany Bay.
Thank you, Viscount. You're an absolute legend. And if you guys like the sound of his voice, hang around because he'll be doing a few other songs for us. Some that he's written himself, which I'm looking forward to hearing.
Right, get ready.
All right. Now, like I said, I just wanted to go through a few things that happened whilst we were marching. Now, I'm sure you've all seen in the media that we did have some marshals that I were at the time unaware of who they were at the first march. However, those guys that I had as marshals performed excellently. They did nothing wrong. They kept everyone safe and they kept everything moving well. Now, I know that not all of you guys like them. I know that. But they are good people who were fighting for our country. They agreed in our cause and they came to help people keep them safe. Now, that group recently disbanded, which means if any of them were here, they are here as just everyday patriots. Now, a few of those guys did offer to do marshalling for me. They knew with the Invasion Day rally going on that it could get a bit messy. I said, well, all right, that's fine. You can come along. I trust you guys. You did great work the first time. They were then sent out text messages, being banned from our events. We said no one will ever be banned from March for Australia. The government took that right away from us and banned them anyway. Thankfully, some of them were still able to come help marshal until the police recognised them in the crowd. These men were doing nothing wrong. They were marching with us, keeping an eye out for Antifa and infiltrators, which they had found several in our crowd. They told the police this, but they were still told that they had to move on. They were walked to the train station as if they were irresponsible little children and told to leave the city. How is it that men who aren't part of a hate group, aren't part of the NSN, were here to keep patriots safe, were told to get out of the city? Yet we were walking past people that were calling us racist, abusing us.
That's because our police are lobby group.
In Australia, we should have freedom of political expression. We should be able to criticise our government if they are not looking after us the way they should be. Silencing Australians will not go well. We will just get louder. We will get as loud as we can and we will make sure that our government knows that we are unhappy with what they are doing to our country. We are unhappy with patriots being banned from marching. We are unhappy with rapists being on our street, murderers being on our street, robberies happening on our streets.
Yeah, right.
Australia needs to put Australians first. There's just one other thing I'd like to address before going to our next speaker. Now this one's a bit sad. Unfortunately, in Queensland, our newest member of the MFA team is Michael. He was set to run the Gold Coast location. The night before, he was gang bashed by a bunch of Middle Easterners. Now, unfortunately, the cops, as we know, they didn't care. Today, his security from the police was taken away, even though he felt like he could be in danger. They took away his security and his assistance, and they asked us to remove the video, the photo, and the story of what happened to him. They said that story being up is inciting hatred. Essentially saying that informing fellow Australians of violent and aggressive behaviour to their people is inciting hatred. How about stop the people coming here that are abusing our country, abusing our people, and look after us? We need to send them all home. We need to shut the gates and say no more immigration. Send them back. 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 Send them back.
Send them back. Send them back.
Thanks everyone for coming.
get that Australian flag flying as high as we can. Standing here, looking at these magnificent Australian flags, I have one word. We are winning this fight. Look at Woolworths as an example. 2 years ago, Woolworths thought they could go woke and attack Australia Day. And what happened? They lost $4 billion of their market cap. Their CEO was sacked. And this year, they've reversed that policy because patriots like you got out there and spoke up. And we're also winning. Just look at the polls on the support for Australia Day. 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was touch and go. But the thing is, the more that those that came out and those radicals, those Marxists that attacked Australia Day, the more the average Aussie, the more the Australian patriots came out and supported. So we are now seeing support for Australia Day on January 26th at record highs. So although we are winning, we must continue to be vigilant. We know there are people in this country that hate us, that hate our way of life, that want to destroy us and turn it into some Islamist, Marxist, fascist state. And we must oppose that. We must stand, and we must be brave, and we must not fear people calling us names, and speak up to protect this great country. So thank you all for coming. And yes, those hate speech laws are an abomination. I agree with John Ruddick that what we need in this country, we need a referendum to enshrine freedom of speech in this country, in our Constitution. That is what we want. So thank you for coming, and happy Australia Day to everyone. It is a great day to celebrate.
Alright guys, we've got a young girl that's going to have something to say, so please. Sorry, boy, sorry. Make sure you guys keep it down and make sure you listen to what they've got to say.
Save Australia for my future! Save Australia for my freedom of speech! Save Australia for my safety! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Aye, aye, aye!
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Aye, aye, aye!
Thank you!
Happy Australia Day! Christ is King! We want Christ as King of Australia. This country is His. We want Our Lady as Queen of Australia. This land belongs to her Immaculate Heart. Go to Mass, pray the Rosary every single day for this country. God bless you all, and happy Australia Day. Christ is King!
Alright, we got a few takers, so just a reminder for the open mic speakers, we'll try and keep it just to a few minutes. Alright, we don't want them dragging on. Last time the crowd ended up just dispersing, so go ahead, mate.
I don't need to drag on for a few minutes, I'll say it quickly. The fact is that all these politicians that came up here, spoke about bravery, all that bullshit, because they don't know what it means. They came up here, gave you a bunch of words, but none of them called out the fact that the hate speech laws were pushed by the Australian, the Jewish lobby groups in Australia. They were behind it all. They were behind it all. The Jews are the greatest enemy to this nation. They always have been. They're an enemy to Western civilization, and for thousands of years, Christians and Anglos, the white man has known that the Jew is our greatest enemy. Free Joe Davis, hail White Australia, and hail Thomas Sewell!
That's it. I had enough.
G'day fellow patriots. As we all know, our backs are to the wall, so it's up to us. The simplest thing you can do is vote for a party that stands up for Australia. When it comes to standing for freedom, only one nation have the runs on the board. Bullshit! The rest just have runs in their pants. So it's up to us. It's the boots on the ground or the hands in the pocket. It's up to us. We're the ones who are going to make the difference. Thank you.
Get him on the stage!
I've been told to say the next speaker is, quote, shitting themselves. So please give a warm welcome to the stage, Marie.
Everyone needs to remember this is Australia, and if someone tells you this country is broken, if they say Australia isn't worth respecting, they don't need to burn a flag, they don't need to scream and shout. They need to stand outside the front of Bunnings, have a sausage sizzle, sit down, calm the fuck down, and remember how lucky you are.
Is that it? Does anyone else want to come up for open mic? Because we got two more who have spoken at an MFA event before. We'll let them up if no one else wants to come up.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to make the crowd aware that Thomas Sewell is currently raising funds for a High Court challenge. He first 24 hours he put in on the Give Send Go website, Free Speech Australia. He got over $100,000 within 24 hours. It's been a week or so since he's put it up, and it's currently $150,000. So if you really want to help out and reverse these unconstitutional laws, please think about putting in $20, $50 into the Give Send Go donations and help reverse these illegal laws. Hail Australia!
The Cash is King leader, community involved person, not radical. I've lived all over the world. I've managed people from all over the world. We do not want to lose our Australian values. The country was built on hard work from firstly Aboriginals, but what did they build? Firstly, British. No heckling please, Guy, without the shirt on. Europeans. Northern European, Italians, Greeks, not Middle Eastern. People who came here who are productive and working class citizens, welcome. We do not want Islam to take over. We do not want China to take over and buy our ports. We do not want Indians to be brought in to build houses for the million houses that we need to build because we bring a lot of immigrants in. So stop, I'm with John Ruddick, 5-year stop on any immigration. Build some houses, let our people build their lives so that they can thrive. That's what this country needs. We don't want to be Islam. We don't want any other country to be the monopoly. If we have 3 wives and 20 kids, how long is it going to take before they become the majority and we're under Sharia law? Ordinary Aussies don't want that. We want a fair go for all Aussies. Happy Australia Day.
Oh, he's running. I'll run.
Yep. Herbert, stop being so racist, eh? Then we'll be all right. We need to unite the right. God bless you.
What happened? What happened?
За ними идет колонна ментов.
А мы тоже с ними идем?
Да.
Нас тоже арестуют.
Буду подавать на украинское гражданство. Здравствуйте, я политзаключенный с Австралии.
Does anyone know what happened? What happened?
Oh, basically, they did it from the Celtic Cross. He started walking off, and like 10 police officers started walking after him. And now a bunch of dudes with people with cameras came around him. So we're thinking that they're not arresting him right now because we got a lot of attention on him. Yeah, but pretty much everybody thought he was gonna get arrested. He started the dude at the very front with the Celtic Cross.
Yeah.
He started walking off the scene, like away from the park.
Did he hit someone or what?
No. Like that's the dude who made a speech about Jews earlier on stage.
Oh.
Yeah. And then like 12 police officers started following him out of the park. And then I noticed it and I yelled, "He's gonna get arrested!" And everyone started running after him. Pretty much, yeah.
It could breach the federal. All those new state laws.
Yeah, definitely.
Chris, did you try to tell her that all this anti-Jew propaganda is just nonsense? And actually, they are just pushing people away with this. So many people they are supporting, but to the certain level. When they start this bullshit, then 80% of the people they don't want to. Did you try?
I'm trying to get a story. I'm not here to. I try not to lecture people too much. Like, well, here's what you should think about frozen orange. I try not.
She said, we don't hate Jew, we just don't like Jewish lobby. We don't like foreign lobby in our country. I said, listen, Jews, they're not foreign. They arrived 1788 here. No, this is debatable. How it is debatable? She doesn't know the history.
Well, I'm not sure it is debatable because I think someone's about to be arrested for it. Debate would infer no risk of arrest. Does that make sense?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't have a word-for-word recollection of what he said, but I know the words you were talking about. I was like, like that. My ears just went over. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's certainly something.
I think they're speeding up towards him, so I think it's best if we walk around to the front right now. Yeah, sorry, mate.
Just a step or two back. Thanks, guys. It's a bit sad, eh?
I wish you could drop with you, hey?
Just give us some space. Thanks very much.
Brother, when you're in jail, think about how much the Jews have done for Australia. How much the Jews have done for Australia, mate.
This is the case when I support police.
My God. Careful what you say, people. Careful what you bloody say.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
So fucking weird. Oh.
That's fucking start. That's nuts. That's like fascism.
No, the wrong term. Don't use that term. It's communism. Don't use that term.
No, just think how many people, how many Jews died in Holocaust. And Jews arrived in Australia in 1788. They're not foreigners.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Careful, sweetie. You'll get arrested too.
Yeah, you gotta really be careful what you say. They're fucking scary, mate.
Fucking animals. No, they want this here. But we have the most peaceful fucking farm. Like, leave us alone.
We should.
Freedom of speech is dead.
Those just tuning in, we are restaurant from the end of the March of Australia, where one of the speakers who was on stage during the open mic said, I can't repeat words. And public order and riot is arresting him so far without drama.
That's right, Matt. Let's go. Right. Thank you.
Ah, shit, alright.
Okay, did they tell the law according to which...
Well, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I asked the cops and they said, oh, I can't tell you his family member.
Yeah, I think it's like causing public disruption, something of the sort.
When they were walking up to him, one of the cops said we're gonna try and charge him for hate speech as they were walking up. It's cool. Hate speech is a crime now.
He was speaking against Jews.
I didn't hear a word he said about it.
He
I didn't
said,
hear anything about
he
Jews
said,
except
he
what-
said something. Just leave those Jews alone. Just leave them.
God.
What is the country that we live in?